What it do, y'all? Back with another video. Still, make sure y'all go like, comment, share, and all that, subscribe and everything. You feel me? Just do a little thing for me. But yeah, I'm outside now, just enjoying my little view. We're gonna hop in the car real quick. And I just want to talk about things in my life and how it's going right now. Cause boy, it been pretty up and down lately, and I just want to get in the car and talk about that. Ooh, it's hot as hell right now. I'm gonna cut the air on. But yeah, y'all, I want to talk about the things in my life, man. How the things been going. It ain't really been easy, you feel me? It ain't really been like, it really been rocky. It really been something that I've been trying to actually fight through each and every day. With my sister and my niece and everything, trying to pay the bills and do this and that. Just stepping into adulthood, you feel me? Something that we all gotta go through eventually. When we hit our 20s and 30s and everything. But don't get me wrong, I'm pretty sure there's some people out there that learn it pretty early, like at the age 19 or, 15 and 19 and everything. They'll learn it pretty early, so it be some people like that, you feel me? They actually go through the struggle pretty early and find a way to succeed through it. But me, I had a different background. Like, I ain't really had that much like that, you feel me? Like, I was sheltered. I had my parents in my life. I wanted to have things that other people had, you feel me? I wanted to have the females. I wanted to have the validation. I wanted to have this and that, things of that nature, you feel me? Like, just trying to be like somebody that I ain't. But as I had gotten older, I realized, like, it ain't really worth it at the same time, like, it ain't really worth you trying to waste time trying to get validation from people and be accepted at this and that of that nature, you feel me? So it ain't really worth it. And all you really have to do is actually validate yourself and have self-love for yourself and have the things that other people didn't have, Even though some people get lucky and they get used to being validated in such a young age, you feel me? Because I've seen all of it growing up. I've seen people my age, like 16 or 17, getting validated, and me, on the other hand, didn't have anything or anybody, to be validated with. Not even like a female. Nobody but my parents, you feel me? My parents and my sister. So yeah, growing up, it was pretty tough, you feel me? It was pretty tough. But I had to fight through it, you feel me? I had to, like, actually go day by day with it even while I was in high school. It wasn't really easy in high school neither. Like, don't get me wrong, guys, but I didn't like high school at all. I love my school, but I didn't like it the years when I was there. I experienced so much bullshit. I experienced so much, man, rejection and this and that, man. And looking back at those times, like, I'm actually thankful that I actually went through something like that. If I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm just go ahead and tell you before anybody else tell you. So I ain't really had this and that. I ain't had a hose, like how y'all call it nowadays. I ain't had a hose, I ain't had a pussy, I ain't had this and that or nothing, man. But looking back at those times, bro, I realized, like, man, like, I actually fought through all that. I actually, like, had to live through all that. I actually had to, go day by day with that. But I wanted to talk about the people that actually, like, been through the same thing that I went through, you feel me? Like, especially if y'all in school right now. But it's June right now, so I'm pretty sure everybody's out good in the summertime or whatnot. But if y'all ever, like, people who went through the same shoes that I went through, like, if y'all ever feel like you're not validated from the world, or if you're not as attractive, or you're not as validated as every other man or woman out there, just find a way to validate yourself. Just find a way to actually, impress yourself before you impress anybody else. Because other people ain't gonna really give a damn about you for real, unless you got something that you want. But I might be explaining it wrong, but that's how I've been seeing it nowadays. So, things of that nature, you feel me? I just want to let y'all know, man, just actually focus on yourself more. Focus on what's gonna help you become a better version of yourself. Instead of, like, wasting time trying to get people's approval or get people's validation to for you to be accepted and not trying to spend time with yourself. Cause that's something that I've been realizing growing up too. Like, put some car mats on, sorry. But yeah, chap. My little so chap, man. Got the car mat wasting and everything. Shit, wasting everything. But yeah, I forgot what I said, but yeah, just try to like spend time with yourself, man. I understand a lot of people in the world don't like spending time with themselves, thinking being alone or being single is such a bad thing. But what if it was the opposite? What if it was something that'll help you have a higher value, have a higher mindset, have a higher perspective in life, and how you know how you can actually go through life standing alone in a positive way, not in a negative way. Because a lot of people treat being alone like it's negative, you feel me? Like it's a bad thing. Like it's something a lot of people want to run away from. And don't get me wrong, I used to think that way. I used to think being alone was such a bad thing. How I used to see people in my school get this and that, get all the busy, get all, do this and that. And I used to think something was wrong with me, which it was, don't get me wrong though. Like I had ADHD, I had asthma, I had a speech impediment and all that growing up. But as time went on, I've gotten better with it. I've actually gotten better with trying to like socialize with people and how to actually, you know, be around people that like love to be around me, or just like, you know, have a better connection with them. Which is something I failed to do back then, but now that I've grown, I'm getting much better with that. You know, so yeah, like I understand, like just don't feel like you ain't nobody, don't feel like you ain't worth nothing just because other people don't validate you. You are worth every diamond. You are worth everything. You are you. You are a beautiful creature. You are a beautiful human being. I'm gonna tell y'all that. Y'all are beautiful human beings. I don't care what the outsiders say about you. You are a beautiful human being. You can have the biggest forehead. You can have the biggest chin. You can have everything that the world thinks is weird of you. You are beautiful. I don't care. You are beautiful on the inside and the outside. Cause the outside, I ain't gonna lie. The outside, you know, there was a lot of people dating for nowadays for the body and for the outside, how they look on the outside and everything. They can have like the biggest penis, the biggest, you know, just look at it that way sometimes. Like, don't get me wrong, I used to think like that. I actually used to think like that with a woman with a curvy body, with the nicest ass and the big titties and everything, thinking there was gonna be everything. Like if I were to accomplish a woman, if I were to get a woman like that, I used to think my life was gonna be complete. Like, that was my purpose of actually making my life become complete, that I find a woman like that. But as I've gotten older, I realized like, no, it's not worth it at all. It's not worth a temporary pleasure for me to get that woman, you feel me? Just for me to like actually think that that's gonna be my everything in the long run, when in reality it's not gonna be the long run. I'm sorry, not gonna be my long run. So so yeah, guys, like they could be the most attractive, they could have this and that, they could have all the women, but if they have self-love for themselves, or if they have a high standard, a high value, if they're high valued and everything, then they ain't worth chasing. So they ain't worth a dime. Cause trust me, like the generation that we living in now, they're going by attraction. They're going by who got the best look, who got the biggest penis, who has the biggest this and that and everything, man. Like whoever got the most attractive face, you know. That's how they be accepted each and every time. And that's what I see every day on the media. I look on TikTok, Facebook, IG, Snapchat, even Twitch. Now that I uploaded to Twitch, I've been saying that a lot on Twitch too, like how they go live and do this and that, showing this and that, like things of that nature, you know. But man, I can sit here and talk y'all to death and everything, but I really don't want to do that. But it then also ain't that good at explaining things at the same time. So I'm just giving y'all my opinion about how things going on in life, and how things that I wish that I had that wasn't really for me, at the end. So, and then also, just growing up and do this and that, trying to be an adult, and then gotta pay bills, and then, some people pay their bills off attraction too, don't get me wrong now, like the IG model, for example. Like, I understand they had to do OnlyFans, and then they have to get 1 million likes on IG just to be, try to pay the bills and everything, trying to get their money. That's how they get their money. I salute them for even doing that, though. It's just that me growing up to be a high value man, like, I really want to stay away from something like that. I really want to attract the women that's like high valued and have a lot of respect for themselves, and not show their body, not even their thighs, you feel me? Not even like, even a tattoo of it, you feel me? Because don't get me wrong, it's a lot of good girls out there. Don't get me wrong, it's a lot of good women, but it be that certain good women that show out some part of their body. Would it be a little cheek of it, a little skirt they be wearing on the sides of their thighs and everything? Trust me, you might not think you might think that she don't belong to nobody, but she is gonna belong to somebody eventually. And as a male, who wouldn't want somebody like that? You feel me? They have thighs, they have the nice body, they have tattoos all over it and everything. Like, I used to think that way sometimes, I ain't gonna lie. I always wanted women like that, but unfortunately it never went my way, you feel me? So I don't even want to think about it at times. But I'm just sitting here to tell y'all that I'm actually thankful. I'm actually trying to like build myself day by day of becoming a better version of myself too, you feel me? Trying to like actually become something that I never thought I'd be, in a positive way, you feel me? So as long as I'm not in a relationship, as long as I'm chasing my purpose before I chase validation from people, I know I'm gonna be good. And that's something that y'all gotta learn in general too. Like, learn how to be more by yourself, but also chase your purpose. I always chase something that's gonna help you become number one in this world. They're gonna help you actually become the greatest philosopher, the greatest everything that you put in your mind to, the greatest human being ever. I know this is what y'all gonna be, which is something that I plan on being myself. So yeah, things of that nature, guys. You just gotta like find a way to actually stay focused on yourself. I understand this lot go on. A lot of people go hop into relationships. A lot of people go do this and that, just out of their own free will. They're gonna do what they want to do regardless. I understand the world ain't gonna stop just because you crying or just because you have so much sorrow and sympathy for yourself. It just feeling sorry for yourself at the same time. But guess what, y'all? The clock ain't gonna stop just because you're doing all that. The clock ain't stopping for me. It ain't stopping for me right now, even while I'm recording. So that's how I go, man. That's how this world moves. That's how, as we human beings, like, I understand, like, there's a lot of people that don't care about what other people do and what they do with their lives, but I just want to be that one human being that actually care about what other people do. Not like for what they say in the long run, but like for what they do, and that way I can actually help, But at the same time, that's something I gotta be careful of too, because a lot of people that I help, they could be backstabbers, they could be snakes, they could be like something that they could be a distraction. They could be something that might mess up your life in the end, like, or they could be a lesson. So just want to tell y'all guys, man, like, if you want to surround your people, if you want to surround yourself with people that actually help to get you where you need to be in life, just be around those people. Be around those people that love to be around you. Be around people that are gonna help you, motivate you. Be around people that are gonna help you. They're gonna tell you, hey man, you gotta like do this and that. You gotta help. You gotta find a way to get the hell up out of here. You feel me? You gotta find a way to actually build your content up, do this and that and all that in that nature. You feel me? Instead of being around people that just like to do nothing better with their lives, just smoke and go to the club and do this and that, trying to chase dick or pussy or anything. You feel me? That goes for women too in general. You feel me? If you're around females that just like to party, they like to do this and that, just like to go to club 24/7, and then occasionally go out of town whenever on their birthdays or whatnot, where they barely have money. Like, just stay around females. Stay away from females like that. Just focus on yourself, baby girl. Just focus on yourself and also become a better version of yourself. You feel me? Don't be like these other women that's like, jumping from one relationship to the next, wishing that they had somebody to guide for them and cater for them and have so much dependency for them and everything. Just focus on yourself. Ain't nothing wrong with being alone. Ain't nothing really wrong with being single. Just like actually, you gotta cope with it sometimes. You gotta like live through it. I understand it'll be times where singleness could be boring, but what you gotta realize, life ain't all about having fun. Sometimes it can be all about just having discipline for yourself, and then you could go occasionally have fun sometimes. But life ain't really all about that sometimes, cause fun really be the reason why all these people die sometimes. Whether they get drunk and then they drive at the same time, or whether somebody did some crazy shit and ended up fighting or shooting or whatever. So sometimes fun can be the reason why a lot of people end up being gone. So I'm just saying, y'all, like, life ain't all about fun sometimes. Sometimes it could be, something that you gotta be really careful of doing, like just living this life in general, especially, if you wanna have fun all your life. I understand having fun is really the main thing in life, but what y'all gotta realize, life ain't really all about that sometimes. What I see every day, cause fun could be the reason why these people have disease. Fun could be the reason why a lot of people actually don't trust other people, if you get what I'm saying. But that's how I see it that way sometimes. But and things of that nature, man, like whoever's out there, like who lives alone, who don't have any friends at all, who only true to themselves, all I can tell you is don't let negativity get into your head, even though if you're alone. There's nothing wrong with being alone. You have enough time to actually focus on your purpose, to actually discover something in yourself that you never thought you had, and just find a way to live life happy and free from anything, free from dependency, free from not have to deal with a partner, and free from spending a lot of your money. So that's all I can really tell you, though. Yeah, because I'm learning that each and every day, you feel me? So, and then most importantly, whatever y'all achieving in life, whatever y'all try to do to be successful, don't give up. Don't give up on what you want to be, because that's the mentality that I'm thinking about right now. Just don't give up. Even though there's times where you want to give up, there's times where you actually want to throw in the towel, you just want to end it all, you just want to like say, fuck this shit, man, fuck life, bro, I'm tired of this shit. I can't believe I did it to myself. I can't believe I did this and that. I just want to kill myself. Nah, don't think like that, man. Just, as a human being, we gotta go through something like that. Whether it be our own thoughts. Sometimes our own thoughts can be our own enemy now. Your own mental health. Like, even though some people have delusions of things that they think about sometimes, don't get me wrong, I went through something like that too. I actually went through something like that growing up, especially all my life though, to be exact. But now that I fought through it, I'm actually getting more better. So I'm actually becoming a better version of myself each and every day. Even though the hardships in life keep on showing each and every day, I'll continue to show my grit. I'll show my determination. I'll show that I'm not gonna give up on what I want to be in life, especially the 9 to 5 that I'm in. And guys, if you work a 9 to 5, do not tell everything. Don't tell all your coworkers your business. You feel me? Because when I first got to the job that I work in at now, I used to do all that. I used to try to talk to every female, try to do this and that, try to actually seek validation from people that don't really give a fuck about me at the end. And I actually stopped doing that, as I got much older. Just 5 years of me working there. It took my 5th year for me to realize something like that. Like, not everybody gonna be your friend, not everybody gonna have your back, and not everybody gonna actually, root for you. They settle for where they wanna be at right now, or just settle for that 9 to 5 that they at now, instead of becoming great, instead of doing something more better. But I understand, like I said, not everybody gonna want to do that. Not everybody gonna want to actually have a mindset to achieve greatness. So they rather settle for where they at now instead of achieve greatness. So that's how I look at it that way sometimes, y'all. And all I'm gonna tell you is, but just don't give up on what you want to be in life, guys. Don't give up. Never quit. when life kick your ass, just find a way to fight back. That's all I can really tell y'all. So, but that's gonna be it for that particular video right here. So I don't want to sit up here and talk y'all to death and everything. I just want to let y'all know that I care for y'all, and I'm gonna motivate y'all each and every chance that I get. And most importantly, I'm gonna motivate myself too while I'm doing these type of videos. So make sure y'all hit that subscribe button and that bell link and everything, however they say it. So I'm gonna catch y'all guys in that video, man. I want y'all to know that I love y'all and continue to be great. Continue to become a better version of yourself, and always have self-love and validate yourself first before you try to seek that from anybody else. So I'm gonna see y'all in that video, man. Bye. Bye.